In future, don't hire out your things that is not in a condition to be used. Welcome back to my channel. My name is uLwandoluhle, and today, guys, I'm telling you about how I was scammed. Yes, I was scammed. They scammed me. I've made peace, guys. Like, I have made peace. The right. That's why I thought I would tell the story. Maybe we can laugh about it. Maybe you might learn something, or it might just make you more make you place more precautions around hiring if you have a vet, if you are if you are in events and you hire out your equipment. So long story very short, I own equipment and I have this person was my friend, because friend now. We were events acquaintances, so if they needed something they would hire from me at a discounted rate. She's been to my house, guys. Someone who's been to my house. This is how close I was with this person. So said person says to me, Londo, I want to hire your backdrops. This is 2 weeks before they need to, no, a week before. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, you can have my backdrops. And on the call, because she called me, and I said to her, the backdrops that you want to hire from me are not painted. I have not used these backdrops since the birthday party I threw for my daughter in Feb. And if you have a paying client, like a very good paying client, I would definitely say paint them. But if you have a client where you're just wanting to add to your setup, you could get away with using the backdrops as they were, but you'd have to be very smart and strategic about how you place your balloons and also how you place them. I mean, if you have, I use a professional photographer with professional photographers when I do my setups, so I always know if there's some scratches every now and again, or there's something that's just not right. I know that because they're using a professional camera, it won't show. So she agrees, yeah, it's fine, she'll take them as they are. And she even said, no, my guys will paint them, because she has more manpower than I do. No, my guys will paint them. I said, great. I even said, let me check, because I was where I placed my paint. I was like, let me quickly check if you paint Aiko from Zoe's birthday party, and if there is, I really don't mind, guys, to just take them out and put a coat, because it's quick dry paint that I buy from builders. And then I tell her, oh, Aike, unfortunately for you, I don't have any paint left, so you definitely will have to paint if you take them. She agrees. The following week, she calls me and I'm on my way, right? And I'm like, yo, you call me just in time, I'm heading there. And then she now has to pay for me to take them out, right? So I give her a discount because she's hired things for me before, and I always give her a discount. Over and above that discount, I also discount the amount of money that I would have used to buy paint. So anytime someone hires my backdrops, I always paint them. So example, if someone's borrowing them in white, right, and they happen to have been white, I'll paint them white. If a person wants them in green, I paint them green. If I'm going to an event and they were green and they needed to be blue, I need to pay for paint, right, to turn them. So then I charge the client for the painting. So I didn't charge her for paint, right, because she had said she's got people, they will paint them. I guess she agrees, she makes the payment into my account. I get there, I take out, I was alone, guys. I take out 3 backdrops. These things are huge. I take them out, these big apparently, and I had to leave. So I tell her, I've placed them out for you to get securities of volela. Just take the backdrops, because usually if someone is coming to take a backdrop and I'm not there, that's what we usually do. So I leave. She calls me then around 6, 7. I'm home now, I'm settled, and she's going on about the way that she's complaining, in a nutshell, about the state that I've given her the backdrops in, how they're not in a good condition, how they have scratches, the paint is old, the paint needs to be repainted, now it's going to cost her money to buy paint, and how now there's such an inconvenience to her, blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, so my sensitivity level, guys, is here. So as soon as I see this conversation is it's not going the positive way, I'm like, hold up, okay, yes, and it's fine. What do you want? Because in my mind I'm already thinking she's trying to talk her way to a refund. And by all accounts, if she got to the backdrops, she didn't like the backdrops, even though she said she was going to paint. But let's just say she got there, she realized that the paint job was too bad for her to buy enough paint to cover it. She decides she's not going to take them. She calls me angry, demands a refund. I refund. My backdrops were never used. But this conversation is not going in that manner. It's going in a, how could you? You know, she was starting to make me feel bad, like equipment dark, and I was like, Sissy, yes, and no, what we're not gonna do is make each other feel bad, and you are not gonna make me feel bad, right? And I'm not gonna reciprocate the feeling. Like, before I'm doing a refund, but I don't give the refund immediately, right? Drops phone, ends call. Sunday, I'm back. And I'm checking now, equipment is back because there were other people who took equipment. I realized that the backdrops are not there. Guys, these are huge backdrops. There are 3 large hoops, wooden hoops. We're talking like a meter and a half, and about maybe 2 meter wide hoop. They're not there. Ask security, what happened to the backdrops? No, the lady took them. Like, oh, okay. If she took them, why did she like give me that whole thing, if only, and why was she demanding a refund? Then in my head I'm like, maybe she decided after the call, which hasn't actually, I'm overreacting, let me just take the backdrops. Well, either way, I'm still like on the, okay, it doesn't really matter. I haven't done the refund as yet, so I'm like, okay, it's fine that I don't have to do a refund. Monday passes, Tuesday passes, Wednesday passes, and I'm like, hey bro, my backdrop should have been back now. So if you hire something from someone, you usually allowed to take it from Friday, and because you gotta use it on Saturday, and then you have to return it if you can the Saturday night. But most people don't like deliveries after hours, so you are more likely to return it on the Sunday. Then only if there's a special arrangement, then it can be Monday or Tuesday, special arrangement, but you tell the person. I'm like, yes, in WhatsApp, hi, Sissy, my backdrops, I kid you not, her response was, refund yam, in English, of course. And then I'm like, hold up, what do you mean? I literally said to her, this sounds like you're holding my back. Like, are you holding my backdrops ransom? Like, whoa, wait, like, what is happening? Like, what's going on? That's when Miguel starts hitting me with them. The whole inconvenience. Like, you inconvenienced me. How could you give me backdrops, says Jayana? Brenda, you can't expect people to pay for you and to paint the backdrops for you, because if we paint them, we're painting them for you. And I'm like, I hear this conversation, but I don't understand it. We had an agreement. You agreed that you take the backdrops as they were. I told you. So I was happy to do the refund before I knew you took them. Now you took the backdrops. You want me to still refund? How do I know you didn't use the backdrops? Londo, I did not take I'm not taking the backdrops. Please refund me, right? Or yeah, not even, oh, I didn't take your backdrops, London, but now you've taken my backdrops. How do I trust that you did or you didn't take my backdrops? So on any other day, a refund would be completely off the table. But now I can sense, but you know, the conversation is on another level. So my girl is starting to like give all these pointers. She's not happy about how her event was. No. And now I delayed, and then she had to go and get other backdrops. She had to pay other people. So now I read between the lines, and I'm like, "Ay guys, that's a refund." And she's basically telling me that she didn't take. No. So now she's telling me that she took the backdrops because she realized driving home that she wasn't going to use. So she got there, loaded, 3 backdrops, guys. 3 backdrops. After like doing the whole inspection, decided halfway to her house that she was not going to drive back home. She was going to call me and complain. Fine, but why not drive back then and bring them back to me so I know that you didn't use them? But as I was saying, conversation, I call on a fair space. So I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm not like, we're not going to do this. I'm not this person. I don't know what you're trying to get at, but I want my backdrops back, because to me, in my head, I know the value of my backdrops. They're around 3K, 2.6, 3K. Like, guys, those are probably my most expensive purchase when it comes to backdrops. And there's only like me and another girl, because we bought them together, who have that specific type. So it's like a very strong, and it was like done proper, guys, proper. And then the other people who have them were just done by people who do wood, like JJ. So I'm like, you know what, my value for money, it doesn't matter. Sharp. No, I'm gonna be a fool. I'm gonna act like I'm ngilele. You in my it's fine. You took my backdrops, you want a refund, it doesn't matter. I want my backdrops back. So as now I'm about to pay, she's like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not holding your backdrop ransom. I'm like, baby girl, do you know what a ransom means? If you were gonna return my backdrops, you should have returned my backdrops honestly, and then get fought for your refund. But you can't not return my backdrops and ask for a refund. You basically put it in a corner to say, Rando, you either do this for me to do that. That's a ransom. Anyways, bank transfer, let me do an e-wallet too. So I take my phone. So I have 2 phones. So while I'm talking to the other phone, I take out the other phone and I'm doing a refund. Then I remember, no man, this girl still owes me money. So from last year, so now guys, I'm not the kind of person who's like, I really, God bless my poor heart, I cannot, guys, I cannot. For me to do that, you must know I have reached a level of positivity, and I was fine. Guys, I was fine. I was like, no, it's fine. She owed me money from the previous year. So now that I see Guti, we are no longer playing on even ground. We are no longer being cordial, nice to each other. I was like, Sisi, masiyek. Refund, I am gonna deduct the money that you owe me. You remember? And then so now things change. Now she started getting pissed. Hi, what do you mean? I'm like, you forgot. You can go back to your WhatsApp text. And thankfully I still have mine saved. I said, check your WhatsApp text. You took this, sorry, not you took, I said, you go back to the WhatsApp text and read, and you'll see. And in the text we had a balance, so I minus the balance to what I was meant to refund her for the backdrop she took from me. And you guys, so the refund a difference to her. And at this point, I'm expecting, yeah, okay, thank you, fine, this backdrops are because there's Aksasa or today. Did the girl not get angry that I was refunding her money? It gets worse. So, maybe late last year, I did the Mahadis, if you guys remember, the brown table setup. And when I did that setup, right, there were these African things that I used there. So, and she had like asked me to, she had actually offered them to me. She was like, I have these things, you can use them, they'll be nice for your decor. So that's what I was refunding. So then she says to me, Lwando, from the balance that you're gonna deduct, please also add the money for the things that you took from me. And I'm like, what things? Then she lists, no, the things that you took for the backdrop, the African stuff, and the whatnot, and the whatnot. And I'm like, okay, minus. I'm like, okay. Now, guys, sometimes you can borrow things from each other. If I'm doing a black example, this past weekend, I was doing a black and brown, orange type of setup. I don't have black vases. I tried to look for black vases, but I didn't find them. But I had three people who I asked for black vases, and they all gave me, right? And one will be invoiced. Two are people who I've given things to before. So it's more of like a bartering situation. So it happens that you can take like from someone to use at your event just to enhance it. But if I'm taking chairs, tables, backdrops, you definitely have to pay for that. Fine, the girl is getting spiteful. Hey, say collab. Okay, it's fine. Then she hits me with the, hey guys. She reminds me about a vase. A vase A1 dayopula, guys, ngonyaka, I cannot remember. And this vase, guys, ngai kangela everywhere. And I went back to her and I said, listen, friend, listen. From the vase of yours that I took, I paid for them. She made me pay. Lena the one broke. My guy's broken on the way back. So can you take my one that almost looks like yours, but it didn't have the grooves that hers had? Because I couldn't find it anywhere. And then she said, no, that's fine. I asked her what was the value. She said it was 80 rand. I paid 80 rand, correct? Now the 80 rand and the African things were all part of the balance, right? So from what she owed me, I minused all of that. And then I paid her what was like left. Now and I'm like, but girl, this has been calculated, we spoke about this. Like, I don't like, I'm getting so pissed. I'm like, I don't understand, what is it? Why Luisa? What's the point? I just want my backdrops. And I could feel good. Yes, now I'm getting to a girl, that's nope, not today. I said for you, I'm right, sissy. 80 rand. 80 rand. 80 rand McDonald's meal. Not for I'm got to know, not sissy. Now I was angry. Now that I was on an email to the editor, he's like, no, no, I'm not saying that you're lying. Because at this point I was also sending her screenshots from the past text. I'm like, this is the text you wrote. You told me 80 rand. You confirmed. Like, what do you mean? Now you make me feel bad, like I'm a mean person. I'm like, sissy, at this point I couldn't be bothered. But the choke because at the end of the day, at the back of my mind, I'm still aware that she still has my backdrops, and a person who's shown me that she can do this to me, I'm even scared that even after I've paid her, she may destroy the backdrops. She may break the backdrops. She can scratch them. Like, there are so many things that she still literally had me by. But I was keeping my cool. Fine, again, I'm expecting her to say, I'll have the backdrops at your house today, tomorrow, whenever. No, girl is still fighting me. Now she's saying, I can't see this thing. She's screenshotting me. I said, listen, sissy, let's just end the conversation. Like, it's fine. It's really, really fine. Because I'm diva, pull over then if you can't hear him, because we're driving. I was like, oh, if you're driving, pull over, read the text, but do not call me a liar. I'm sending you a screenshot. It's fine. I've sent you 80 rand. I'm paying for your vase again, over and above the fact that you've taken my backdrops, lying to me, saying you didn't use them. I have no proof, but it's fine. I'll be a fool. Take your money. And then call cuts. The egg. This is the message that she sends me. She said, in future, don't hire out something that is not in a condition to be used and paint the next thing I send them back to you beautiful so you can make more money out of someone else's expense at no cost. Don't do that. We're all here for money. On the day that she brings back my backdrops, right? I'm not there. I had to call security. Security are my backdrops there, and security says, yeah, they I even asked for a picture. He sends me a picture of the backdrops, and they are painted. I'm like, painted? These 3 backdrops were pink, yellow, and blue, right? And she wanted them for a gender reveal, so she wanted them pink, yellow, and blue. This is someone who told me, guys, they did not use the backdrops. She told me that she was going to incur costs to paint the backdrops. She told me that she had to go and hire. So she had to go and hire from other people. So she incurred further costs. But yet my backdrops are back and they painted. Understand? I really don't understand. I'll make another simple example. If you are hiring gold trims, yes, gold trims. Gold trims come in a standard white leather with gold trims. And you decide that for your event, you want them cream or black. It is you as a person who's hiring's responsibility to incur the costs from the person that you're hiring from to change them. Understand? The person you're hiring the chairs from has to get someone to reupholster them. They need to get material to do that. They may need to buy material and they need to pay the person who's going to do it. And so now, who must incur that cost? Same thing with me. I see again, really, it makes no sense. I don't know what got into her. She decides to text me. She says, hi, your backdrops were accidentally painted by my guys when I asked them to clean and paint items that needed to be painted at the storage. Yours were part of the painting. Guys, izani eGauteng. Izani eGauteng, guys. Bazodlala ngani. This small girl used my backdrops. So I just want to crop this so that ingabonakali whom we are talking about. There are my backdrops, blue and pink in the background of Iseta Piyake. Used. Like at this point, I was just so perplexed because I already knew she scammed me. I was just more about, let me just get my things back. But the idea that she still played on this thing, obviously she doesn't know that I know. She doesn't think that I would have seen the pictures on Instagram. She doesn't think that there are other people who see her WhatsApp statuses. And like, guys, like, how deceitful must you be to honestly, like, basically ne, in a nutshell, she took a backdrop for free. Kuba was painter, was buisago. Now you tell me if I am meant to still speak to this person like it's okay. Like I'm still supposed to have this person in my space and in my platforms, because weeks later my girl is calling. I'm not answering. No, guys, we're not gonna do that to people. Nah, I'm fine being scammed. Like really I am, because I didn't lose anything. My backdrops came back. They will still bring me income. But it's the level of deceit. It's you showing me your capabilities. It's Oprah saying, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. And that's what I chose to do. And I cut off all relations with that person. I was just like, thank you for the lesson. I choose to no longer associate myself with you. And yeah, that's my story. Fine, guys, I'm fine now. I was just more disappointed and hurt that someone would actively do that to me, because like, why? If I'm not mali for something, why not say I'm not mali? But ke asifani asikhuli gokufana siseGauteng so siyaphanda asiphandi in the most fair ways. But yeah, I've since cut all ties. I'm not there. I am still here, thriving and flourishing, and yeah, still in good spirits. Obviously, guys, this will not be like a thing that deters me. But yeah, so that's my story. Take what you will from it. If you've been scammed, please let me know. Yeah, thank you for watching. Now that I've shared it, I can honestly move on with my life. My people know. Go right. Guys, stay shining, stay safe, be careful. If you've got equipment, you're hiring it out, make sure you do your due diligence. There is a scammer out in Johannesburg. No guys, real talk. There's a scammer out in Johannesburg who's taking people's equipment. People are getting desperate and people are playing very unfair and they're playing very ugly.